Hi, I'm Kimmie Rose. This is this week's Vibe and Mantra for January the 27th through February the 2nd, 2019 AD. My gosh, okay, we've already been almost through the whole month of January and a new year. And I can tell you that it has felt so much better for me. I feel much more grounded, like my feet are planted on the ground. And I'm feeling a lot of that Saturn energy. And that Saturn energy says, this is the way I need to do it. Organize things, get it done. Don't repeat cycles of the past. Get your stuff together. And if it's too much, change it. And this next week is powerful. I can tell you that last week, and specifically last Wednesday, I had this energy it just came over me, and I a lot of times go more with the vibration, the frequency of the energy and things that are going on. And all of a sudden, I saw these patterns in my life and with relationships, and I thought to myself, I'm just living in the cycle that it's not mirroring a truth. And I put my foot down and I said, okay, these are the agreements that have been made, and what needs to happen is, in order to fulfill these agreements, either things have to be followed through with, or in love and amicable, just saying it's okay, we have to let go. And it was really interesting because as we did a training for a new radio station that we're going to be, I'm so excited, WAKT in Toledo. We were doing a training. I was cleaning up and I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, an eclipse. We had an eclipse last week. And with the eclipse, it was amazing. It really severed a lot of attachments. And my friend Jan, who is also my radio partner, and he's an amazing guy, just like one of the most amazing guys I know. I said to him, what the heck is going on? I can feel this. It's just like this energy that feels, like to me, steadfast and good. It's not scattered. I love it. I feel better. He said, well, it all depends on Saturn, and it depends on where Pluto is in your chart. And for me, it's a powerful, strong feeling. It's a good feeling because I've always been, like in my past, I was always a person that, I have a Taurus ascendant also. So when I made up my mind to do something, I did it. And I followed through, did it well. And when I started going through menopause, I started feeling wavy, and then I'm like kind of going like back and forth. And it's kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. And I never understood, where I would talk to a lot of women who were going through menopause, and they'd be getting together and talking and having women's groups. And I was like, when I was in my early 30s, I'm like, well, why would they do that? Like, what about the guys? But I understand, because when you go through that cycle in your life, you really start to look at yourself, and you start to treat yourself with more tender, loving care. Because your energy rhythms are changing, and that part of creation that has been with you. And some of you, I don't want anybody to feel left out, because some of you have had fertility problems and maybe not able to have children, but you still were going through the hormonal type energies when you were younger, and bless you. And because I believe that many of you who have had fertility problems and have been told you can't have a child, well, number one, I think that, there are other options that you can't give up, because I know was told I had a 3% chance, and I have 5 kids, so our mind is a powerful thing. But bless you, I just wanted to say that, because for me, when I am talking, I'm always feeling and thinking about people, and never want anybody to feel bad when, that feeling of like, okay, well, now you don't know, Kimmie, because I never had that feeling. I always had that feeling of loss or whatever it was. Well, here it is. It's creation. It's when you're having your friend. That's the best way to say it. Your body is cleansing and clearing, detox, like just moving out. It's in Native, in a lot of cultures, Native American culture, that is like a sacred moon cycle for a woman. And a woman is to rest. And you're going, yeah, right, rest, okay. But it is a sacred time. And then when you go through menopause, it is a sacred time of wisdom. And it really hit me. I've done a lot of things, but but my womb, I'm not able to have children. I'm going through the change. I got sad because, you just, there's something about that, like knowing you can carry a child in your womb, or even thinking about, if I wanted to have another child, I could. And then all of a sudden, that ability stops. And for some people, too, it's cool because it's like, whoa, I don't have to go through that anymore. But your hormones start to change. Your rhythm change, your frequency changes. And now I understand why women, they help to support each other, and they're there for each other. And it's such a wonderful time of this, like the womb. It's not closing. You become the grandmother energy. You become the wisdom keeper. You become it's something about going in and knowing who you are. And as I went through the what I call monkey mind of that energy, I started to realize that this isn't a bad thing at all. And if I can just shift my energy to celebrate this time in my life, I really feel like it can be better for me. It doesn't have to be a, when they say menopause, right, menopause, it doesn't have to be like that. What I could do is just celebrate the fact that, we are able to do so much. And women are able to nurture and to love. And there's so many things we're blessed with. And men are blessed with things too. Although I have to give a lot of men credit because, you don't get that nurturing as much as women get. And sometimes, like one of my friends said to me today, why is it I tried to say that? And then when you said it, somebody listening came, and I thought, well, I think sometimes that energy of the mother, of just nurturing and compassion, sometimes it comes out different. And if it's a man who's like a real man, sometimes other men don't hear that. So I look at it as him taking a compliment and not looking at it as a bad thing. So this time, I started to look into the astrology more in the Vedic, meaning vibration, and I realized, oh my gosh, my friend said, okay, yeah, like a lot of karma's coming up. And a lot of times we see karma in a bad way, but I don't see it in a bad way. I see it as, if I did something, I want to see it. And I realized how freaking stubborn I have been with things in the past, and I all of a sudden started to realize that some of the things, that my children have said to me, they're right. I only wanted to see it my way. Like I had this really thin of looking at things, and I wasn't really hearing them, but I was really trying to hear them. But it was like that perimenopause, I think, was stronger, but I'm not going to give that an excuse. And I hope that if you're watching this, you can relate to this if you go through this, and it can really help you. And also, we're doing the weekly Vitamin Mantra, but I really want to really share the importance of this, because it was like tunnel vision. Tunnel vision to a point that I wasn't even, I was looking so deep into some of the things, especially one of my sons, that we've even stopped talking. And I remember him saying, you have narcissistic behavior, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's horrible. And then I tried going all the way back, and I'm like, no, I know for a fact I'm a good mother, but I could say that not listening and just trying to impose what you feel, that can be narcissistic in some way. Actually, narcissism has many forms. To me, though, that was like a horrible thing. And in this moment, I have to apologize, because I wasn't listening. I thought I was doing the right thing. And the thing is we're always growing and we're always learning. As a matter of fact, what I did was I stopped. I stopped doing the things that I love to do. And I went into a deep burrow. And that burrow was hiding. I went into my own oppressive nature, which only can we oppress ourselves. I felt anger. I felt this energy of just, I can't even explain it, but it was like, this isn't fair. Why? And then I realized it's a choice. I'm going to do a video on this too. And please, please take the time to really listen, because I know that this is something that you might be able to share I know you can share your wisdom with this, but the energy last week said, you know what, the only way to create change is to make change. It's not to say you're going to do it, it's to do it. And this strength came into me, and I said, stopping. Not having those thoughts, not going into that, but not only that, is the agreements with people in my life who I love, but they're not changing things. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And anything, and it was things that I felt, and I do feel, that can be very damaging to me. And it's okay to say something can be damaging to you. I'm not saying someone, because you cannot change people. People are who they are, and if they don't want to do that, let it go. Or don't just let it go. Present something that says, I love you. This is hurting me. If we don't change that, if that doesn't change, and if you're not willing to change it, I'm not going to force it, but this just isn't going to work, because it's creating something in me that is keeping me from really living in my highest happiness. And that highest happiness even affects the person that doesn't want to change, and creates a vicious cycle. It affects everybody. It's like a domino effect around you. I realized that, and then when I looked into the astrology, because here I am, I'm saying, okay, I'm going to share that, and then I'm explaining the in-betweens, but I do that just because I want you to feel what that is that as we went into the eclipse, that was powerful. What it did was it really made us sever the attachments that we had in these roles in our past, especially things that went back to about 2017. And it made us look at our own authenticity and our relationships, with our jobs, everything. If we have not been living an authentic life of what we consider, I want to say authenticity is something where you say, I'm okay. Yeah, this is where I need to be right now. It may not be where you want to be like 2 years from now or, like a week. But right now, I'm okay because in the present moment, I can feel myself. And what it did, it said, I'm not going to just settle, but I'm not going to boss people around. I'm not going to tell them what they need to do different. People need to accept who they are. I need to accept who I am. And I just need to let go of things that are holding me back, like all the things we feel we need to just do. What happened astrologically was we severed the attachments to the past. We were leaving behind these roles that aren't authentic in our life. These things that we've been living out since about February of 2017, that we were just saying, I'm just going to accept it, even though I don't like it, and just stay in it and be miserable or depressed or whatever it is. And I guarantee you, if you look at your life, there's so many people that are saying, I'm depressed. Go to the seed of that and ask yourself, why are you holding it? And if it's somebody else that you're just saying, well, need to be a good person, and you know what? If you are feeling depressed, and if somebody is making choices that are, affecting you in that way, it's okay for them to continue to do what they want to do, but be honest with them and say, hey, this is not good for me. This is not something that works for me. And so if you don't want to change that, it's okay, but we have to go our separate ways. But if you do want to change it and you do see that it's something that's not good for you, and I'm talking about things that you might see in others like addictions, sometimes you just got to step away. But you don't have to leave that person. You can support them and say, hey, I'll go through it with you. If you want to go to counseling, I'll be there for you. The worst thing to do is to just abandon. First, you offer that opportunity of support by saying, I still love you, or I still care. It's just this isn't healthy. It's not healthy. So, as many times as you said you're going to make those changes, if you don't, I can't be with you anymore. Or I can't do this anymore. Or I can't live this life that is not authentic, where we're just ignoring things. You can't ignore things that you can't, it's gone. That energy with the eclipses came up, and it said, you need to feel the authenticity. And what it's done is it's recalibrating things, removing distortion. It opened Pandora's box of a lot of karma. When I say karma, don't think of karma in a bad way. It's just saying, you've probably been through this with yourself in other lifetimes, and even with someone else. And you just don't want to keep repeating that. And it's an amazing thing, because what it did is it revealed and it made you disengage, how you were disengaging with things in your own life, in your own happiness and relationships, all kinds of things. And it brings you into yourself, and where you say, I'm going to be happy because I've got this many years left. Instead of saying, oh, I only have this many years left. I'm 50 years old, and, it's going to be over soon. No. That's what I was doing. And he says, I'm 50 years old and I'm going to make it good. But the things that are not fitting in my life can't keep going. I mean, these are things, I mean, I want to spend the last part of my life and be happy. And I don't have to have. You don't even, you gotta get past like having to have someone or something or these things, or whether it be, you know, pop or whatever it is to be happy. This is being okay with yourself. And it was so amazing because with love, I was able to express it's okay if you don't want to change. It's okay. It's just that it's better to you continue on your path, but this is not what I want in my life. And not, I mean, this has to be, I'm talking about, there are some things like, my daughter had wrote something about sleeping with a fan on, that's okay. But I'm talking about stuff that might really disturb or bother you. And actually be holding you back. It is possible that the things that you accept and you know you don't like, that no, it will hold you back. And that eclipse, cast the shadow, open the box, and you looked at it and you said, oh, I need to change this. And so now I want you to recreate, co-create. Let's do it together, your future. That's the vibe. And understand that you have these talents and abilities in you. And start living the life you are meant to live. That's the vibe this week. I've been saying this forever about living the life you're meant to live. Now's the time where it's like time to, it's cutting the cords to just the frozen state of acceptance of, it's not so bad. I'll just stay with it. No. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't hold yourself back. And don't blame anyone else. Because you chose that. And you cannot fault someone for who they are. And if somebody, even if you know something is really not cool or good, it's their choice. But you don't have to choose to keep that in your life. And now is time to feel the energy, how much better it feels when you present it and say, I love you, or your job, you say, not liking this, not going to do it. But you know what? It can stay. That job, if you can't change it, that's not the right energy for you. Let it go. Same thing with a relationship. You present it. If things or people or situations are willing to do that work, then that karmic agreement is filled. You can work together and it can be so much better. If not, you have to let it go because you're going to hold yourself back. And I guarantee you, you're feeling this. I guarantee you. And as we go into this next week, start reimagining your life. Start really, really embracing it. And feel how good it feels to live in authenticity to yourself. Watch the movie Runaway Bride and you'll get it. At the end of the movie, she totally understands that. And I love doing the mantra. And I love spending time with you. And what really matters too is, please share this. Share this with other people because it will take them out of their depression. And please support what the energy. So many people come on YouTube. The reason we do this is, we're not doing this as a popularity contest. We are seeing things that are really going on, and we want to help you to live the best life you can. So, let's get comfortable, and let's start with the bell. And just center and be. Take a deep breath in. I am moving forward towards my highest and greatest good. I am releasing everything that no longer serves me. And I embrace my authentic journey. I move forward towards my highest and greatest good. I release everything that no longer serves me. And I embrace my journey that serves my highest good. You can do it. And we can do it together. And I'm looking forward and I'm actually looking forward to sharing this and you sharing with me. Please leave feedback. Let me know how you're doing. And if you're doing something, share. If you've got a YouTube channel, share. And if you would like to get more guidance, please go over to litetheway.com. And you can call 734-854-1514. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if not, give us a thumbs up. And please subscribe. Please subscribe. That really, that lets me know to keep going and keep sharing. And remember, it's all about living heaven on earth. And you can do it. Also, one more thing. Download, if you can, download the app Kimmie Rose. And check out all the amazing people. The Prisms of Light and the Dream Team. And if you haven't got a time map done with Skip Smith, it's the beginning of a year, please do it. And actually the beginning of your year with the time map is actually on your birthday. So it's a good time to do it for the whole year ahead. 734-854-1514. LITE theway.com. Litetheway.com. Download the app Kimmie Rose. Peace, love, and light. Thank you.
If static is just forming some chords and some walls, I'm static without the ends, and every breath that